Hi, everybody. Welcome to SCOOBYPUP'S podcast. Well, as you can see, today's guest is going to be 8-Bit Eric. He's a little bit busy on the backstage right now. In the meantime, why don't we see what's going on with you guys? I'd like to say hello. Thank you, Lavistro. Everybody loves to lick the stream. Hello, Donovan. Hi, Zalosi. Everybody say hello to Zalosi, one of the best mods out here. JJ Jr. Awesome. Nice to see you too. Hi, Rio. My week has been, it's been okay. I hope yours is going well. Hi, Toasty. Heard about what's going on. I hope things get better. And I hope you feel better too, because I understand you're sick. Hi, Jay. First. Okay, no one else counts. Okay, I got it. You heard it. No one else counts. And let's see, let's get 3 more. Hi, Miss Sparkles. Yes, let's go. No, I don't. No, I don't, Solosi. Yes.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. But let's give you a proper...
I thought it was 5 Central, so I wasn't even ready. Sorry about that.
Let's give you a proper welcome.
How's it going?
Good. I love that clip.
Sorry, I was actually outside doing some yard work, and then I looked at my thing and I saw you said start in a minute. I was like, oh damn! I thought I had an hour. I thought it was. So I was thinking it was 5 Central. So I was outside doing some yard stuff and kind of cleaning the pool because it's hot. It's hot here. So I was like, you know what?
It is hot over here.
I'm cleaning the pool. I'm cleaning the pool, and I'm gonna put it to use this next week. So I'm a little sweaty. I don't know if you can tell. I was like, oh, man.
I can't tell, but yeah, it is hot over here too.
Yeah, it's... So how's it going? Sorry about that. I was like, oh, man. I'm glad I didn't leave because I was going to go get a pizza.
Just don't sit on it.
Yeah. like Boogie, or not Boogie, Rich. Might as well be the same person at this point, right?
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way.
Yeah. So what's going on? What's new? What's new?
What's new with me is, well, just as usual, working on the stream with these lovely mods that we have, and just dealing with what's been a very crazy year so far, especially for
Oh yeah,
gaming.
definitely for gaming. Funny enough, I think movies are getting better, but gaming is getting worse.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yesterday, one of my viewers did gift me a game on stream, and I can't wait to play it.
Uh
Yasuke Simulator.
oh, nice. I haven't gotten to try it yet.
So yeah, as soon as I finish, I just finished playing Scarlet Nexus as that miserable, horrible character, Kasane. I absolutely hate her.
Did you complete it all the way?
All the way. But
Oh,
I'm going to
nice.
do one more little playthrough because I love Yuito so much because he's so fun, and I absolutely, completely, totally, and utterly visually destroyed his character. I put cat ears on him and everything and stuff like that. So I'm going to do one more playthrough with him because he has the best gameplay and he is the most useful to have in very hard mode.
Oh yeah, I think that game is like it definitely seems like there's a lot to it. That's like oh shit, I just found some Doritos. Nice. Not these were from yesterday. I thought I ate the whole bag. I didn't. All right, I got a snack. All right, let's go on. Yeah, that game looked pretty interesting. I'm not really like if it's like too overly strategy wise though. I'm terrible at games like
That's
that.
the thing. I thought it was going to be like super strategy, going to be really hard, but really it holds your hand. It's
That's
like
good.
if you're like on a PlayStation or whatever, it's just going to say, "Hey, if you want to throw this, just press R2. Hey, you want to jump? Press this. Otherwise, slash 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 usual button slash slash
Oh, okay.
slash."
All
And
right.
if you
So
want
what other game would you compare it to?
in all honesty, I can't really compare it to any other game because I've never played one like it.
Mm. It kind of looks like if I was to see it like almost like not exactly like a Persona, but like when I looked at it because I saw some of your streams. Like, have you played Astral Chain yet?
No, I haven't.
Kind of look like that. Which Astral Chain was a pretty good game. It's underrated on the Switch. I do recommend because I know we're kind of going off topic. Since the Switch 2 is coming out, I recommend going out and getting certain Switch 1 games like Astral Chain and all that while they're cheap. Because certain games on the previous Nintendo consoles always suddenly become high in price. I don't know why. It's always Nintendo consoles that do that too.
Well, I think the reason that is because they're more of the family console.
Yeah.
So they're considered since they're considered the family console, people are more inclined to get it and share it with the entire family, get more of their games,
Yeah.
make more money, which is probably why they're never really ever in trouble financially.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't own a Switch. But my brother does, as well as an Xbox. So whenever I'm at his place, I play on the Steam.
Nice.
I play on my Steam account on his computer, or I play with my niece on her Switch.
Nice.
Because she absolutely positively insists it. I got her some Pokemon games. I got her Animal Crossing and stuff. So
yeah, Animal Crossing's a good one. That kept me surviving during the initial lockdown. It was pretty fun. That's when it came out.
I have never played it.
It's a time sink. You'll be like, oh, 12 hours went by. Oops. But then you hit a wall where you've done everything in the game, and then it just becomes like a basic loop where you get up, check your mail, find the spots to dig, see if anybody has requests, go check the shop, go check the store or whatever, and then kind of like that. But when you're initially like in the single player story, it can get addictive. Whew.
Well,
Yasuke Simulator, you got that. When are you going to be playing it tonight?
I don't know yet. I said that I said during Barcade yesterday, after I finished up Kasane's gameplay, that I would do a little bit of Yuito tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
If I can manage to crack into get my stream, if I can get my Streamlabs, if I can get my Streamlabs working, then yeah, I might pop it up.
Miss Sparkles said I have large hands. No, I do not. My hands are tiny. I always get told, "Hey, your hands are little."
Yeah, I guess that fits. But yeah, so inform the chat for those who are new here what it is you do.
Well, if you've seen me on one of the channels, I'm the guy that dances with the McRib. Obviously, I see a lot of people. Oh, you're that guy. Yeah, I think everybody that uses my clips needs to start being like, "Hey, that's 8-Bit Eric. Go check him out." You know, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, I just recognize you from that." But no, I do. Trending news, commentary, political, anti-woke, gaming, nerd culture. I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah, basically, cover geek culture and give my opinion on stuff. I am going to start leaning towards more because I'm still going to do cover like the anti-woke and all that, but I'm going to start covering positive, happy stuff too, and stuff like I'm going to start scoping back to like what I also used to do. I've always covered like trending nerd culture stuff, so I'm sure you've seen me somewhere if you're watching this.
Yeah, I found out about you when Hypno during SNH he redid one of his openings and he had you dancing in the clip.
Nice.
And I asked Sonia, I was like, "Who is that?" She goes, "That's 8-Bit Eric." And I was like,
"That's funny.
Send me to his channel. I gotta see."
Yeah, I remember you said that when you came to one of my streams. You're like, you found me through the dancing.
Yeah, you dance like my brother.
Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a funny thing because when he dances, it's funny. It's funny to watch.
Okay, I'll take that compliment. Miss Sparkle said they found me through the RTU drama, which a lot of people did that recently too. I'm a little bit of everything. It just depends what year you've stumbled upon me. There's all sorts of stuff. So just depends. Yeah, right now, it feels like I'm going through the ebbs and flows. Like right now, March has been like my worst month ever. Like ever, like on YouTube, like to the point where I'm like, maybe I should just, take a little bit of a break, see if maybe if I don't do anything, the algorithm will suddenly be like, wait a minute, he's back, and fucking, like a month from now, just push it up like, oh, he's back,
Yep, you're back and everybody loves it.
Yeah. Sometimes they got to miss you before they learn to tune in.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have that privilege yet. I'm not monetized or anything like that, so I don't have that privilege. I'm still in the who's she.
Oh yeah, we got to get you monetized. What do you have left? The hours or the?
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. The hardest thing for me, man, was. Oh, go on.
I created a Patreon today.
Good.
And threw the link in my channel.
Yeah. So, yeah, the hardest thing for me was the getting the subs. The hours could be manageable, but you got to be like on it like all the time.
Yeah, so I barcade. I do the barcade as much as I can. Of course, there are times where I just get too tired, and I just kind of like fall asleep right after Hypnocast, and I don't even realize it. So I never have a chance to put out the alert, hey, no barcade tonight. But normally I have my barcades Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. I had to start doing it earlier. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna start streaming earlier too. It's just tough because like it seems like the quietest time in the house or the time where I know that I'm not gonna have anything might pop up or somebody might call or something might happen. I'm like, okay, it's after this time. Like I'm guaranteed no disturbance like 10 or later. But I'm like, man, I wonder how it'd be if I did like a daytime stream, like a 5 o'clock to like 8.
I get nervous also when it comes to streaming the Barcade because I live in an apartment.
Yeah.
And right next door are a bunch of Latins. And right around the time when I want to stream, I hear them screaming and shouting at the top of their lungs, singing along to this loud ass karaoke machine.
Oh, wow.
So I usually have to wait until they stop and then make sure they've stopped before I can actually start a stream sometimes.
You should just go over and join in.
No, because I can tell half of the time they're drunk. So it's kind of like.
Go mobile. Go mobile with it. Use your phone and go live and just join in with them. Maybe that would embarrass them enough to where they don't do it anymore.
I don't even have a way to lean out the window or anything to just kind of like film them. Because if I were to try to do that, I'd just fall out my window and
no, just go to their apartment and join in. Be like, hey guys, I hear y'all every night. Can I join in? See what happens.
The other day they were doing the singing and I just heard out of the blue, "Shut up!" And I was like, "That's a first." Funny.
So somebody else wanted them to shut up.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd ever heard anybody say, just yell at them to shut the fuck up. So I was like,
that's great.
You're here. I agree. So I noticed I've been watching you doing some streams of Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
How you liking that?
Well, the game has its moments and then it has its bad moments for sure. When the game gets good, it gets good. But when you could definitely tell that there's a lot of filler.
Yeah.
In certain spots. Like it's like some of these missions, I'm like, man, this is like the lamest fucking mission ever. Like I just did one the other day where you have to long story short, there's like side characters. There's like an old lady that lives like in the village that Noe's from. She has to move out, so she finds a new cabin, and then you have to meet the guy. I guess that's like her dude, and you have to tell him that that's where she's at. Then they move there, and then they ask you to get a decorations for them to make the house seem more like a home. So then you have to go and break into a castle and steal the lanterns, and then take it back. I'm like, why are we like this? Is kind of like a lame mission. But then there's badass missions where it's like, hey, we're gonna siege this castle and we're gonna kill this fucking lieutenant of this bad dude or this lord. And then you get to like in the middle of it, you could switch between Yasuke or Noe, and then you could choose like dialogue options that affect the story. You know what I mean? Like it could be like, like you literally could save lives of certain characters, and if certain characters that you save, they could become part of like your little league. Like you have like a league with allies, so then they could like you could use like a button, and then they'll come out in the middle of the fight and start helping you and stuff. So it's pretty cool with that aspect. There's some stuff as far as like an Assassin's Creed game goes. This is not the best one. I think I liked Valhalla a lot, and that's also because I like Viking and Norway and like all that old like that time period. I love it. Valhalla had a lot more features. The map was much bigger. There felt like there was a lot more wildlife and a lot more stuff going on in the open world. There was river raids where you could get literally like from your settlement, gather your troops, get on the fucking Viking ship and go to a place off the river, raid it, light the roofs on fire, kill everybody, and then go back home. You can't really do that in this game. There's none of that. Combat's pretty much on par with like the last, like if you played any of the newer Assassin's Creed games since Odyssey and Origins, Valhalla, Mirage, it's pretty much the same with that. The story though, like I said, is like there's parts where it gets good, and then there's parts where it's slow. And I would say the first 10 hours of this game are pretty fucking slow. There's cool,
I noticed.
There's good like build up, there's good character development and stuff, but you could tell that they had to switch stuff around. You could tell they had to switch stuff around because most of the game you're playing as Noe, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think they should have had it that way from the beginning, but of course they were pushing the Yasuke stuff. They did all that, and then now it seems like they're like, oh, maybe we should tone it down. So it's like it almost feels obvious because then 12 hours in, you get a whole new beginning of Yasuke and his upbringing, and then you have to like get both of their stories caught up to speed by doing a certain mission. Like you get, it's almost like a meanwhile, and then you have to get here, and then it's here, and then finally you're together, and then you don't even have to play as Yasuke, but the plot, like there's a lot of like, man, why is this cutscene going so long? Why is this?
Yeah.
Why am I getting recipes for this little fat Japanese kid? Like there's like weird missions. Like you do good action, and the next thing you know, you got to get recipes to make a fucking soup for this kid. The little kid's name is Junjiro. You got to start doing like that, and a lot of games do it. A lot of games do those filler missions. Even one of the greatest games of all time, Final Fantasy VII, had like filler in it. So it's like, it just, to me, I want boom, 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 boom. Like just get to it. Like GTA 5 had filler too, to extent with some stuff, but certain games, so I would say this is maybe like a 7.5 to me. I'm at a point where I'm like, there's so many like missions up on the screen now that I'm like, okay, which one's the main one that I fucking have to go to? You know what I mean? To just get me past this shit. Because I'm tired of all these little, whatever. But it's not bad. It's not good though. Voice acting,
average.
Yeah, voice acting. It's a Ubisoft game. I would say it's the best Ubisoft game this year so far, which is not much. I think it's better than Star Wars Outlaws was, and I kind of liked Outlaws to an extent, but it felt generic. It felt like they just put Star Wars on top of it, and it was just like a sci-fi Assassin's Creed. It literally played like Assassin's Creed. And then Prince of Persia was good, but it didn't sell well. Skull and Bones was garbage. That was the one I wanted to play the most because I like pirate shit. I like pirates and plundering and all that. And then
quadruple A game.
And it was nothing like I thought it was gonna be.
Forget everything you know about pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you forgot everything you know about pirates.
Yep. Actually, yeah. I think the best pirate game is still Skull and Bones, which, that one's not even that great.
Yeah, I've never played Valhalla, but I played the first 3 Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, I mean, the third one was the one that was like the third one was like the American Revolution, right? Like the colonies.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I liked the Ezio collection. That was those were my favorite 3.
Yeah.
After that, it just kind of got a little bit stale.
Yeah.
To me, because to me it was kind of like, okay, I get it, but now it's kind of like, give me something fresh because I see already where you're going to go with this. And every time they announced a new Assassin's Creed game, it's kind of like, okay, I already know where they're going to go with this, and I really just don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just happy with like the first 3.
Yeah. Well, the pirate one is Black Flag, which is 4. That one was pretty good. That one.
Yeah,
was
I've heard
good.
a lot of good things about that one.
Yeah, that one was good. Third's good. I liked Origins and Odyssey because I like the time periods that those take place in.
Yeah, but I thought was probably the funniest thing was the fact that people did not like Assassin's Creed to the point where they made a troll game and then released it the same day.
Yep. Which was smart for a small studio.
Oh, yeah. Yasuke Simulator. Actually, that game was gifted to me by a viewer.
Nice.
Thank you. Shout out to Adam Juneman. And shout out to Cassie, who happens to be in the chat as well.
Yeah, I saw one of her comments get highlighted. Hi, saw Toasty Cassie.
Yeah.
Furious Dan. I don't have the actual stream open, but I saw some of the stuff pop up.
Yeah. Shout out to all you guys. Thanks for coming into the stream. Very much appreciated.
I'm interested in Yasuke Simulator. People have been asking me in the middle of my playthrough, "You gonna play Yasuke Simulator 2?" I was like, "Yeah, I will, but
I
know that if I stop playing, Shadows right now, I'm never going back to it. That's what happens to me."
Yeah, I was watching Kato play, and every time it came to decision making, it didn't matter what decision he made, the game went against it.
Yeah, okay, so I did learn in the dialogue options, unless it has a little icon, so you'll see like either a heart, cross swords, lightning bolt. Those are the only ones that that affect anything. If it doesn't have an icon next to it, it's like a set like if that character's living or if that character's dying, it's no matter what. But if you see like the little icons, those are so the heart one, obviously, if you keep picking that, you'll eventually have sex with that character. Which I didn't get it on my live stream. I finally got the gay sex scene with Yasuke on my I played off stream and it was cringe. It was the scene that they had where he looks at the camera and he does a little
Booty Bandit.
yeah, I did that one. I got that one done. And then I did one love scene with Noe. That was hetero. So it was a man and female. So that one was not
At least you got that one right.
yeah, so I did that one and then I did the Yasuke one. What are you eating, girl? Hang on, my dog is like chewing on something. Give me a second. You want to say hi? Come here. You want to say hi? This person's name
The
is
dog on the stream.
Yeah, she's going under the bed. Give me a second. Oh. I'm so glad she didn't get into this. She was trying to get. I have like a random like Reese's thing. She was trying to get into this tin, and she couldn't get into it. I guess she smells the chocolate in there. I don't know how she got it. Okay. Anyways.
Chocolate is girl's best friend. But at least it's my best friend. I don't know about any other chick.
Yeah, I like Reese's. Reese's for sure. I'll do anything for Reese's.
Yeah, Reese's definitely very, very good.
So now I will say this. I don't know if Yasuke and the guy have sex. They definitely make out though, and it's weird. Like it's like they literally went out of their way how to animate the tongue kissing and everything with the cutscene. Like you see like how movies have it and you just see like the tongue and like they went out of their way. They went out of their way with that cutscene for the tongue kissing. And then it kind of does like a fade to black when they walk off. So at least we don't see like with have you played Last of Us 2?
Yes. Unfortunately.
We don't see Abby getting railed like how Abby got railed in that game. We don't see that. So
I hate The Last of Us 2. I loved The Last of Us 1. Last of Us 2 made me hate the studio. I was like, why'd you got to go and do that?
So I'm in the middle with Last of Us 2. I thought overall it was a good game, but it was way too fucking long. Way too long. Like I'm think my live stream when I played it, because it came out during COVID, I want to say. My live stream during it, at one point I was just like, Jesus Christ, man. When's this game gonna fucking end? Like it just felt like after a while, it just felt like it was a slog. I didn't like Abby, but there were certain aspects of it. But the main thing I don't like about all these games that they make is that it just makes you so depressed. It's just like so sad. It's like why like I get it. You're trying to be like dark and it's supposed to be lonely and you're by yourself and it's the end of the world, but you know, like I can't remember any kind of lightheartedness in either Last of Us 1 or 2, except the DLC from the first one where you're in the shopping mall. That was like the only like lightheartedness, and even then, that was still kind of woke because there was, you know,
two girls kissing. Yeah,
yeah. You know. Now the TV series was the same too. Like,
given the situation that they were in, though, it's understandable.
Yeah, because you're lonely. You know.
Yeah, you're lonely. It's the end of the world. You know, you're limited.
Yeah, it's like being in prison. You know, like that's why the inmates at the prison.
I once had a beautiful girlfriend, but now I'm surrounded by men. I don't have a choice. Come here, Danny boy.
Yeah, exactly. Give me some chon chon like on a. Blood in, Blood Out. Now, what was it? The other game that was also like I really liked, but at some point I was like, dude, come on, was like Days Gone. Like you finish it and then you suddenly get like a huge brand new map, and it's like, oh god, I went through all that first map and now I got like the second map. It's like, oh man, you know.
I never played Days Gone. Even when it was free, I didn't pick it up.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It might as well have been another Last of Us game or something though. But they should have definitely made a sequel for it. I think they're making a remaster, but they definitely should have made a sequel.
Days Gone, yeah, they're doing PlayStation's doing a remaster for it.
Yeah.
Sadly, You'd think they come out with something better though.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have not played Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have no intention to, but I gotta say the controversy around it has been fucking insane.
It's pretty wild, and it seems like there's a big game every year now. Like this year was Assassin's Creed, last year was Hogwarts. You know, and there's a big game. Watch GTA 6 be the next one. That's gonna be the
Uh,
next big game.
GTA 6, I think, is already on the watch list of
Yeah.
people worrying like no tomorrow.
Definitely Fable. Fable's gonna be something that a lot of people are gonna be criticizing and talking about. I will say this. Fable sounds like it's gonna be cool, but I hate that they fucking purposely made the character ugly in the fucking trailer. And there's a lot of other stuff that I'm worried about, but I think Fables looks cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. That looks like it's gonna be fun, but at this point, who even knows if it'll come out? You know, the way gaming industry is gonna be, just like
She looks,
Elder Scrolls 6. That's gonna be fucking amazing. But Bethesda does put certain things in their games that are like not as bad as what Veilguard did, but still. Yeah.
we can only hope.
Now, as far as not playing Assassin's Creed Shadows yet, I'm pretty sure it will be a free PlayStation Plus monthly game here by the summer. I bet you.
Probably by May.
You think by May? That's fast.
No,
I think I'd say July.
I'm saying by either May or June.
Yeah, it'll be there. Because, I mean, look, a Suicide Squad, Veilguard.
Yeah, but look at how fast Veilguard hit.
Yeah.
PlayStation free.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That went pretty fast.
It's all the games that everybody was criticizing. What if Dustborn becomes a free one, or whatever? I bet if Concord never shut down, it would have became a free one already. Concord would have became a free one.
I don't know. I doubt that. They're too money hungry.
I mean, it's still like, I think that game probably would have did better if it would have been given out as a free to play. But yeah, we're definitely gonna see Shadows, Dustborn. I'm happy RoboCop's coming out as a free game. I'm excited for that. I'm gonna play that. Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
The moment that shows up on the PlayStation Plus, I'm just gonna download it. I'm gonna be like,
yeah, I haven't even played it yet, and I've been tempted to go buy it because everybody's always been like, "Oh, dude, it's great, it's fucking amazing," and then now it's like, "Oh, I'm glad I waited."
Yeah, I may stream that one. Come May though, May 30th. I already got my game to stream. Day one, I'm going to be streaming Lost Soul Aside. That's
nice. I never heard of it.
It's the gameplay is very Devil May Cry like, but the character design is very Final Fantasy design.
I suck at Devil May Cry so bad.
It looks so much fun, but the gameplay also looks a little bit complicated. So I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm gonna stream it. I don't care how many times I die. I'm used to it. I don't care. I've died so many times playing so many different games. It's not even funny.
So what do you think of Ubisoft and Tencent doing this whole thing?
I think I'm gonna laugh if they get completely bought out by Tencent, or just because at this point in time, Ubisoft is just, they're incompetent. They're beyond incompetent. They've already had to shut down 3 studios because of this damn game.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 of their studios had to, due to being shut down, lost 50 people each. And then another studio, because it was shut down, cost 85 people.
Yeah.
And I know that doesn't sound a lot, but it actually kind of is at the same time.
Yeah, and you know what sucks to think about is, like, say you were working there or I was working there, and we're just the people that are just trying to do our job, right? Like, we're not over here doing the woke messaging and all this. We're just there trying to do our job, and we have to put up with all these fucking idiots and weirdos that are making stupid decisions, and then we're the ones that get fired and they get to keep their jobs.
Yeah, the higher ups, it's not our fault, it's theirs.
Yeah.
So we're gonna fire you and give ourselves some bonuses at the same time.
Yep. whatever money we were spending on you is now
Ours.
our raise. Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly how it works.
And
It's sad to see, but I still have this conspiracy that I think people like Tencent and whoever else, like all these companies from Saudi and China, I think they're in it. I think they're in on it. I think there's a conspiracy. Let's make all these American companies have to go bankrupt and sell for pennies on a dollar so we could get in Western gaming
I would not be
quick and
surprised.
easy.
I would not be surprised considering that some of them, especially Tencent,
Yeah.
are trying to get into the mobile game area.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
and if that's the case, I'm really not going to like that. But I will laugh if Ubisoft is forced to make Assassin's Creed mobile games.
Oh, dude, you know that's coming. You know
I,
that's
I will
coming.
laugh. I will laugh my ass off because that's when you know they have fallen from grace.
I mean, almost every single franchise eventually becomes one, right? Even Mario's become one. There's 2 Mario mobile games. There's Mario Run and Mario Kart Tour. So
Yet there
I
isn't.
definitely
I don't think there's one for Sonic though.
no, there is. It's
There
like
is
it's like Temple Run.
Temple
It's,
Run.
it's like Temple
Huh.
Run, and then I think there's another one where all you do is just take the springs and go up. There's a couple Sonic ones. But
I
no,
have
yeah,
to ask Leon.
this could definitely change things for Ubisoft. Definitely as far as like pecking order goes. If we see a change in position with some executives like right away, um, I think it would be a good thing if we see some change, to be honest, if we start seeing certain people get booted out. Uh, but if we're just seeing like under executive, like people that aren't executives losing their jobs, then I don't think anything
It,
change.
yeah, there won't be most. There probably if it's just the no names, then we probably won't see much of a change.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely, I'm hoping that some of those higher ups will get Das Boot.
Das Boot. Yeah.
Because I mean, Ubisoft used to be a good company. They used to put out good games. Past tense, used to.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhere along those lines, they made a wrong turn at Albuquerque and then just started to go downhill.
Yeah. And I think what it is, man, is a lot of a lot of the veterans that would work at companies, and it's all of them. Let's say like you worked like on the first Assassin's Creed game, you're probably not at Ubisoft anymore. And if you are, you're probably in a different role, maybe in a little bit more of like a consulting role or somewhere, I guess, not developed. Kind of like what Miyamoto is. Like he's not exactly developing and coding and like hands-on. He's more of a, okay, guys, y'all go do this. Show me what you do when you're done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think certain people outweigh others. And then you get all these people that are young now that are fresh out of college where they've been indoctrinated and their professors are teaching them to hate the white man and hate the man itself and the patriarchy and all this crap. It's all, which is, I saw a little bit of it because I went back to college, I went back to college a second time when I was older. And it was rough being older around 20-something-year-olds that talked about all this bullshit like, oh, this guy's just white privilege and this is this and that, and I'm oppressed. And you see there's literally like dedicated safe spaces in the school area. It's like, for me, I'm like, oh God, this is cringe. Get me the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I hope nobody fucking talks to me, or I hope this professor in my feminist literature class does not ask me for my thoughts on this thing that we're reading. I'm gonna fucking just talk like it is, Like I felt like because I remember when I started college, there was always the random old dude in the class that would just be like no filter, and then I felt like it was me finally. you know. So it's like it's definitely become. I think all these people that are getting fresh out of college are basically they went through critical race theory and all this crap, so they don't know the real world. They just know what they've been taught in college.
When I see Ubisoft, the first thing that comes to my mind is, especially when it came to Assassin's Creed Shadows, when Assassin's Creed Shadows, if I could compare a game to Assassin's Creed Shadows, I would have to compare it to Anthem.
Mm-hmm.
In the way that Anthem was handled.
Yeah.
Which was very poorly. It was a rushed job. Nobody really knew what the hell they were doing. And even the game creators had no idea what the hell type of game they were creating until they saw the preview at the game, at the E3, when they realized, oh, that's what we're supposed to be making. In the case of Assassin's Creed, it's like, oh, we know what we're making, but then, oh, this is what's going to happen.
It's always about the, well, I mean, they said it themselves. They're like, oh, well, we're going to challenge the, you know, the norms of what we're taught and all this crap. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, why?
And the company Ubisoft themselves, they kind of remind me of Konami.
A little bit. I know you've kind of gone off on Konami in the past.
Well, no, I say Konami because whenever an employee of Konami does something wrong, they get punished.
Oh yeah.
And Ubisoft I see as Konami because whenever something goes wrong in their games, they punish by firing.
Mm-hmm. And that's definitely what's going to be probably happening, especially now that they got freaking absorbed into like a subsidiary.
Yeah, there's that too. They're making that
people are going to lose their jobs.
Yeah, they're making that new side company.
Yeah, did they even say what the name of it's going to be?
No, they haven't said anything about it yet. They just said they're making a new one and they're going into it with Tencent. And it makes me wonder if maybe that's the mobile part.
Maybe. You think so? You're saying this new subsidiary is just going to be mobile only? Maybe.
I can see it being that. I mean, because I mean, mobile games are somewhat getting more popular. Yeah. And if that's the only way they can save their ass, then I can see that happening.
Yeah. Watch them make millions and millions of dollars making a shitty Assassin's Creed mobile game. And then they just say, hey,
character and just move him up and down.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all they would be doing. Whereas Yasuke Simulator, you compare that to Assassin's Creed, I think you probably get more fun gameplay from that. I've talked to Cult Classic Cage about it.
Yeah.
And she said it was just absolutely funny as hell. And I can't wait, because if it's one thing I like, if you're going to make a game fun, please make it a troll game if it's going to be something off this. Because I would prefer to play a troll game over a game that's been getting criticized all over and trying to get people to take them seriously when they're not even taking themselves seriously.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell what people want.
Exactly, Gassy. It's a meme.
Yeah. It's hard to tell what it's weird when you're dealing with like executives, and then you have people that have their own agendas with what they want in the games. It's like who's directing what, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, executives are going to want money and they want what's best for money, but for some reason they're falling into the trap of catering to the modern audience, which is, you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like, It's like, you know, this ain't making money. Look at everything else. Look at everything else that is failing. Why are you going to keep going down the same route that other people are doing? You know, it's obviously not working. Like, the last thing I would want to do is make a woke catered DEI game at all.
That would
It's
piss
like,
off an entire country.
it'd be like if you're if you're in a town, let's say small town Texas, right? And there's I don't know, like a restaurant for, I don't know, what do I not like a sushi restaurant in small town South Texas, and there's already another sushi restaurant there that's failing. Why would you go and make another one? It's like
Yeah.
that. Like, why would you make a woke game if all the other woke games in the past year are fucking failing?
Yeah.
Don't even make woke in it. Just make a game.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, hopefully we're going to start seeing that. I mean, we don't know yet, but hopefully we're going to start to. And a big thing that we're also very curious about right now, both you and I have found out about, the Game Informer coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I remember reading that when I was getting games from GameStop.
Same. And they would give it away with the pro memberships, or sometimes if they had too many printed copies, they'd be like, "Hey, you want one?" And it's like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, I was a pro member.
Yeah. I mean, they're supposed to be 100% independent now, and they're only going to be, they're not letting any outside people influence them, but who knows? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird that they said that, like, in their video about it, like their little "we're back" video. And then what's also weird is 100% of the staff came back, right? And they got let go, like the whole thing got canceled in the summer. So you tell me that none of those people got jobs? 100% of the staff? There was something there. I know I saw some other people talking about certain things not adding up. I didn't get to watch any of the content, but something's not adding up here. I think they were clued in. Hey, where GameStop's late. I think what it is it was a way of saying, hey, GameStop shutting us down, but they knew all along. I don't know. There's just weird. There's something going on. I don't fucking know.
Another conspiracy theory for you?
Yeah, I don't. At this point, anything involving the like actual people that are in the system, I think there's a lot of under the table stuff.
Yeah, it could be, it couldn't be. I'm curious as towards, I'm not going to say politics wise, but I'm curious as towards how they're going to lean game wise. Like if they're going to lean towards a lot of those liberal games, then I'm not even going to bother start reading them again, because it really, really depends on how they're going to handle things. Like if I pick up a Game Informer and I start reading it and I find that everything they're writing about sounds just like something from IGN.
Yep, or Kotaku.
Yeah, exactly. Like IGN or Kotaku or any of those other shitty journalists, I'm going to put it right back down and say, screw you, I'm going elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, understandable. And honestly, like when I had my GameStop Pro membership, I would never really read the fucking Game Informers. I would just get them monthly. And then eventually I would get to it. But it would just be like, oh yeah, I got this, just because after a while it just literally felt like they felt like it was just an advertisement. I mean, essentially it was just an advertisement for GameStop anyway.
Yeah, that's what I would get the Game Informers because I was a pro member.
Yeah,
and I would normally just use it as a reference for games that were coming out. Because otherwise, at the time, I really didn't care what the game was about. I knew what I liked, and I would go for what I liked. If I knew that it was going to be a hack and slash and it looked cool, then yeah, of course I'm going to get it. I don't care what they have to say. I want to make my own decision. If I don't like it, I'll sell the game to someone else.
Yeah.
Because I know if I take it back to GameStop, they're just going to say we can only give you credit or trade it or something like that.
Yeah. And in the past, I've actually gamed the system with the credit thing. Like, it doesn't happen as much anymore, and they kind of control it more. But sometimes you'll see, like randomly one time, like Plants vs. Zombies 2, Amazing Spider-Man, and like all these other games that were like $15, $20 games at Walmart. they were giving trading value for like 25, $30, right? So
Wow.
one time I went to like every single freaking Walmart and like place in town and bought up like all these copies of like all these $15, $20 games. And then I went to like a whole bunch of Game Stops, and at the end of the day, I had like $800 of trade credit. Like, and I spent like only like less than half of that. So they control it now, but there's ways around it to take advantage of it. You just got to
Yeah.
see what games they're taking higher money for. I remember I did that. I was like, why the fuck are they paying $30 for Plants vs Zombies 2 when I could just go to Walmart and get it for like 15? So they're
Yeah.
like, oh, we get a lot of kids at this location, these locations in town, and it's a game that's in demand. So I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. For me, one time, my PlayStation 4, it had to update, and something didn't go right with the update. And when I turned on my PlayStation, it was like the damn thing was possessed. The screen was shaking everywhere. I couldn't get it to
Uh
stop. I was like, oh my God, what happened?
oh.
Um, luckily, all my game data was saved
Yeah.
on the cloud. So I took my PS4 to the local GameStop, and I knew everybody that worked there.
Mhm.
And I told them what was going on, and they said, "Well, let's see what's going on." And they plugged it in, and they turned it on, and the first thing that came out of their mouths was, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Yeah, can you help me out?" And they said, "You know what? We're not gonna sell you one." I was like, "Wait, what?" And they said, "No, we're gonna give you a brand new one, and it'll be 1 terabyte." And I was like, "What did I do to deserve this treatment? Thank you." Because the one that I had was not even close to a terabyte.
Yeah.
So I was like, what did I do to deserve this treatment? For once, GameStop did something nice.
Well, what happened?
Uh, to this day, we still don't know what happened.
So they just randomly said, what the hell, and gave you a brand new one?
Yes,
And they didn't tell you what was up.
They didn't give me any repercussions or anything. They just said, we'll just switch it out. Here you go. I was like,
Mm,
what? And they said, just don't say anything. I was like, I
weird.
won't. I won't.
That's kind of like little kind of sus on their. I don't know. It's good though. It's good, but it's kind of funny that they wouldn't give you any detail. Not even a hey, this is faulty, or hey, this is because of that, or
Oh, my friend, my buddy Jamal and I, we had our suspicions, but when we took it back to my place and we plugged it in and tested out everything and stuff, we were like, it's good. And then my buddy Jamal said, "Be right back," and then he like took off. 20 minutes later, he comes back and he said, "I got something." I was like, "What?" And he goes, "You're now going to have 2 terabytes. Give me the PS4." And he pulled out a memory uh,
nice.
a memory expansion. I was like, I have the coolest friends.
Yeah, yeah. It's handy when you get the expansions on it. I
Mm-hmm.
was so happy because at the time when I still had companies sending me stuff for my YouTube channel, when the PS5 came out, a company sent me a SSD, and I was like, hell yeah! Like they sent me one to review and keep, and I added it to my PS5. That cleared a lot of fucking space.
Yeah, for me, the moment I got my PS5, I have a PS5 disc version,
Uh huh.
a 1 terabyte version. The moment I got it, I went out to Best Buy and got an expansion for 3 extra terabytes.
Nice.
So I was like, I'm going to be doing a lot of gaming here, so I'm going to need the space.
Sometimes it's like intimidating though when you see like your like all the game icons, like the tiles on the menu. It's like, man, what am I gonna play? It's like intimidating. Like when you go on to Game Pass or PlayStation Plus and you're just looking and it's like, man, there's so much. It's like Netflix too. It's like you want to watch something or play something, and it's just so much, and it's like what are you in the mood for? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
like
Yeah, and there's a lot of good games coming out this year too.
Yeah. And the selection is like too much selection could be bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's too much selection could be bad.
I mean, everybody is expecting to go broke when it comes to games come October and stuff. It's happening a little bit too early this year. And it's kind of like, I'm already broke right now, and I can't afford half the games that I want to get. I want to get my Bleach game, and I can't afford to get it. Because it's like, and then I get gifted Yasuke Simulator. I was like, okay, that's one game off the list. But now I have to wait for this game and this game and this game and this game and this game. And I have a feeling I'm going to be asking my dad for quite a few.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. People were asking me what game was coming out soon. Somebody's like, "Hey, are you gonna be playing this when it comes out?" I'm like, "Dude, honestly, if it's not a game that I really want to play, more than likely not, unless I get like a review code for it or it's on Game Pass or something like that. Like I have to pick and choose now, you know." Like,
What do you think about the Switch and the Switch 2? I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty excited for it, which is why I'm kind of waiting and seeing. I do hope that the because I just discovered I have some eShop cards. Like I have like 5 of these, so I have like $100. I'm hoping they allow you to use the same eShop card for the Switch too. I think they will, right? There's no reason why they wouldn't.
I mean, it's Nintendo. It's like a
Yeah.
Nintendo shop, so it should.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't remember when the Wii U and the Switch came out if they used the same eShop card or whatever, but I definitely am glad that it sounds like we're gonna get to keep our digital games transferred over, like how PlayStation does it.
Yeah.
You know, and Xbox does it finally. Because I remember when the Wii came out, whatever games you bought, like Virtual Console, you didn't get them transferred over. You had to,
Yeah.
if you had
they
them
were stuck there.
previously, if you previously had them, you had to. It was like, and you'd pay like $3 to get like your Virtual Console game over to the Wii U. Like it wasn't like immediately over. You know what I mean?
I did
And
not have a Wii U.
yeah,
The only thing that I did like from because I played it at my buddy Jamal's house. I didn't like it. The one thing I did like about the Wii U was the many YouTube videos that came out with people throwing the damn remote into their TV because
Yeah.
they weren't holding it
the
right.
bowling. Yep.
That those will always be funny to me.
By the
that
way,
will
real
never
quick,
stop
if I
making
get
me
this flickering only happens when I'm on StreamYard or like if you every once in a while, if you see like my camera kind of like flickers, I don't know why it does it. It only
magic.
happens. It only happens on there. And I remember I did Local Live, and the editor, when he was trying to edit it, he's like, "Why did you have a strobe light?" I was like, "There's no fucking strobe light. It flickers only, like it glitches out, and I have no clue why. Been trying to figure that out for a long
Yeah.
fucking time.
I
Throws me
saw
off.
on the Nintendo Direct thing,
Yeah.
there's another Metroid game, I
Yeah.
believe.
This time it has psychic abilities,
Mhm.
which is interesting. It's something different. I'm not the biggest Metroid guy. I like Super Metroid, and the Metroid Prime games were all right. And Metroid Dread was okay. I'm not the biggest Metroid guy, but I'll check this one out just because it's been so fucking long and the hype is kind of there. So it's like, all right, might as well check it out. It's kind of interesting that it's literally like probably the last first party Switch 1 game, and then it's
Mhm.
going to be like a crossover. It's definitely going to be a Switch 2 game also, but took them
Shout
long
out to
enough.
Hypnotic.
Shout out to Hypno. I saw
Yeah.
Cassie ask, "Do I not like sushi?" Because I brought sushi up. It was just an example. Like generally, you don't think South Texas cowboys and vaqueros and all that. Like you don't think sushi. You think BBQ, chicken, breakfast tacos, Mexican food. You know what I mean? Like if I'm making a restaurant like in the border of Mexico and Texas, I'm not going to make a sushi place.
Yeah. As far as the Switch 2 goes, I'm hoping for some good games.
There's going to be some good stuff. I think we're going to see some
my niece
bangers
doesn't
announced.
know it. My niece doesn't know it yet, but when it comes out, I'm going to try and beat her dad into getting it for her.
Damn, you're like the best aunt ever.
I'm going to, hey, I am the cool aunt, okay? I go to
Yeah.
arcades with her and everything. Like,
I'm the funkle with my nieces.
I go to arcades with her. I race her in Mario Kart, and she always gets angry at me when I beat her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
My
like,
nieces get mad too.
yeah, it's like, honey, I'm sorry, but I grew up
Yeah,
with this game. And she's
yeah,
like, but Rainbow Road is. I said, don't get me started on Rainbow Road, okay?
my nieces get mad too. But the oldest one's starting to get pretty good at games. Like
Oh yeah,
she's playing Breath of the Wild, Echoes of Wisdom, Tears of the Kingdom, and she's watching YouTube videos kind of while she
yeah.
plays them to like learn how to do stuff, but she's playing them.
My eldest niece does the same thing. She just turned 11 this year.
Yeah.
Um, and she's the one who likes to play video games. I mean, her younger sister's only 4.
Yeah.
And she loves Sonic.
Hmm.
And she actually asked me how to teach her to play Sonic. And I was like, it's really not that hard. You're just rolling around like a little ball. And she
Hmm.
goes, really? And I said, yes. And half the time, and if you're in the second game, you don't really need to do that because you have a little fox that can fly you around. And she
Hmm.
goes, really? That makes the game a lot easier.
Hmm.
Would I like multi cartridges, Nintendo Switch 2 games? Like the PS1 games. Oh,
What was that?
I think they're talking about the save cartridges.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I would want those. I lost those constantly. I,
Yeah. You talking about like on the 64, the controller? Or
I
what
don't.
we're talking about? Oh, I'm so confused.
Yeah,
Uh,
I saw your
I
question.
think we're gonna get some stuff right off the bat, though. I think we're gonna get some good stuff, and I like that you're backwards compatible with most of the games,
Mm-hmm.
so it's gonna work out pretty good. I think it's gonna
As
be
long as the hardware is better, I think, if we
yeah.
get some good games and the hardware upgrade is, if we get a good hardware upgrade, that'd be awesome.
Hmm.
Because if it's just like a change in appearance, like for example, if you're gonna, they better not, they better not pull a fucking PlayStation Pro.
Yeah. Somebody asked me the other day, "Are you can get a PS5 Pro?" I was like, "There's no point. There's no point in
No,
getting one."
I didn't even get a PS4 Pro. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
why? There is no difference in visuals.
yeah. I almost bought into it when it first came out, the PS4 Pro, but I'm glad I didn't.
I was like, there is no difference in visuals. There is no difference in the games. I was like, why? I can get
Hmm.
the same game on a PS4 that I can get on a PS Pro. So
Yeah,
why bother?
yeah. Absolutely. So it's like
Same thing with the Slims.
and that's why I didn't get the Switch Lite either, or what is it, the OLED Switch. It wasn't enough for me. I don't play handheld on the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
so it wasn't enough for me. But if we're gonna get like brand new games that are Switch 2 and they're better, and honestly, hot take, I want them to do stuff to the old games too. Like if they were to make it where the frame rate or the graphics get better. Like, I'll play Breath of the Wild again if there's a graphical upgrade for the Switch 2. You know what I mean?
I gotta
Or
say, if they do a little something for the first Metroid game,
mhm,
I'd be up for it. I loved the
yeah.
first Metroid game, especially when you got that secret ending where she comes out in her underwear while
Yeah,
the credits are
I think
rolling,
for
and she's just like, "Hi."
I think if we get FPS boost or resolution boost, like how Xbox does a lot with their games, like Bethesda did it with like all their fucking games. Like, you know how many times Skyrim gets like an upgrade? or Fallout, any of them get an upgrade. So
Oh
like
god, I
if
was horrible at Fallout. Oh my
I loved
god,
Fallout, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, and 3 for me. I like
I was
the only one I've beaten out of those Fallout 4. I haven't beaten the other ones.
I was introduced to Fallout via Fallout 3, and I was
Yeah.
horrible. I had no sense of direction in that game. The first trophy I got was Find Bethesda High School. And I told my buddy Al about that. He goes, "Where the hell did you go?" I was like,
Mm.
"What do you mean?" He goes, "You're not supposed to go there. You're supposed to stay out of that area." I was like, I don't know where to go. It's like, I couldn't figure out the game. And he goes, get rid of it.
Mhm.
I was like, what? He goes, you're not going anywhere in that game. Get rid of it. Send it back. Because he's the one who gave it to me. So I was like,
Nice.
okay, fine. I'll send it back, but you got to give me something in return. So yeah, he and I actually do switch games every now and then, but he got very angry at me for my failure at Fallout. So yeah, I stay away from that game. But yeah, and Steam. Steam's getting some good stuff.
See, I don't PC game as much as I should. I have a nice gaming laptop, and I don't PC game as much as I should. I have a good amount of games in my Steam library because I used to always constantly get Steam. Like, if I open my email, I guarantee you I have like 5 or 6 Steam codes for like random ass games that check out our game, check out our game, check out. And I'm like, oh, I don't. Sometimes I'll get something really cool. I'm like, holy fuck, they sent me this. Like Bethesda used to send me PC codes. Ubisoft used to send me PC codes, Activision, like all these companies. And then finally, I'm just like, man, I don't want to play on my PC. But now that I have this nice gaming laptop, I might get it back into it. But yeah, I couldn't even tell you what the fuck my Steam fucking username is right
Because I
now.
mean, when you think about it, Steam numbers are severely up on the rise
Yeah.
compared to the console games,
Uh,
especially with some of the Xbox games going over to the PlayStation games,
yeah.
and some of the PlayStation games going up onto the Steam store.
So according to my Steam profile, the last time I played a game on Steam was July 2023, and it was that game Only Up. I played Only Up.
The last time I played a
It was-
game on Steam was a week before my birthday, and I decided to not try it again because I tried it on my laptop. I wasn't at my brother's. Um, I didn't. I was feeling too lazy to turn on my PlayStation,
Mhm,
so I figured I'll do it on my laptop, see how it handles.
mhm.
I was playing Persona, um, and not even 5 minutes into the game did my laptop blue screen.
Mm.
I was like, I do not need this now. This is the only thing I have to use for PAWCAST. I do not need the blue screen of death. So I like restarted my computer and everything, and it started to work again. I was like, yeah, I'm not touching Steam through my laptop until I get a good gaming laptop, which will probably be a while. But at least I have my brother's house, to
Yeah.
play it on. Um, but yeah, I don't. So I'm stuck with my console, but it's not like I don't love my consoles. I love my console gaming. It's convenient, cheaper.
Yeah. It's yeah, I mean Steam's cool because you can have all sorts of wackiness. You can have meme games, troll games, underrated games. There's old school stuff. There's stuff you like. I will say that Steam has a good variety. Like
Yeah.
you probably could find a game about anything on Steam. Like I literally
Uh, there is one game I know you will not be able to find on Steam.
what?
Deadpool.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Deadpool.
I have that
You
on
will not find
PlayStation though.
Deadpool. I am so glad I have that game. I
Mhm.
had it for my PS3, and then as soon as it came out again for the PS4, I bought that sucker as soon as possible. And like a month later, they took it out of the stores. I was like, oh my God, I am so lucky I got this then. I did. Suns and Shadows. I'm a weirdo console gamer. No Steam or PC gaming. Not that I don't or won't, but I use my wife's Stream account. You mean Steam account? Nothing wrong with being a leech. I do it to my buddy's Netflix account and then my brother's Disney Plus. So
Mm. Yeah, Disney Plus. I'm probably gonna get rid of here soon, unfortunately.
I got rid of it a long time ago.
Yeah.
As soon as I finished watching She-Hulk,
Ugh.
I was like, uh, I
Yeah.
can't. I
That that
can't.
that series got me. I was like, nah. Ugh.
I liked. Okay, so I watched the series, and one of my friends asked me about it,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a major Marvel fan. He goes, "So, what did you think about She-Hulk?" I said,
Mm-hmm.
"I watched it." And he goes, "Did you like it?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "What? That trash show?" And I said, "Let me hear me out. I saw that show as a rated B show, like a rated B movie, as in so bad that it's good because it's so fucking funny at how bad it is.
Mm.
It gave me something to laugh at, so I enjoyed it."
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I mean, it definitely, it felt like it was going one way, and then they just, in the middle of the show, it felt like they changed it because they knew it sucked.
Yeah, there was a lot. And it's kind of like it was very obvious about the DEI in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like right in the middle of like the series, you hear, "We don't need a female superhero," blah 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 blah, and it's kind of like, oh god, don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they went that way.
Yeah, of course. That's that. It's the message,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And of course, PlayStation, Xbox, they're all following the message, or at least temporarily. They need to ease up on that. Hopefully, they will.
Well, there is speculation that since games take like 3 to 5 years to make, that once these games are gone, the new games are being made like right now, they won't have the message in them. You know what I mean? Like we got to just tough it out, and the games that are being made now are eventually going to be like better.
Um, I can see that as a. I can see that being plausible. Uh, it's
Mm.
obvious. It's obviously going to be. It's gonna. It can start now, but it's going to take a long time to
Yeah.
fix what's been broken. It's the West has definitely lost the trust of all the hardcore gamers.
And to be honest, like at least my opinion, it's not the games that I have the problem with.
It's the companies.
It's the people making the games and the companies that I have a problem with. That when you see the people how ugly they are towards gamers and the
Mm-hmm.
consumer on social media, when you see how they act, when you see how they even the journalist and stuff like that. That's the problem I have. I don't have a problem with, oh, this company has a black character or a
Yeah, it's
female.
like.
Like I don't have a problem with the game,
Mm-hmm.
like I think it's super autistic if I was like, oh, I hate that game, I'm never gonna play it. Like, no, it's the company. I have, that's my feedback, is my opinion on the red flags that I'm seeing, and that's just how it is. I don't have to shut up and just consume. If I'm a consumer, or if I'm making content for the consumers, I could say everything that I could speak up and talk about stuff and
Yeah,
give my
exactly.
thoughts.
I mean, for me, and I think I can speak for other gamers, when all I can say is all we want is good content, not
Yeah.
politics, good content. We want a
Mhm.
good game, good story, good gameplay. Give us that. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Keep your politics out. Just give us something fun.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
I could care less if my character has to have a gay sex scene or whatever, but at least give it a legitimate reason and a good reason
Yeah.
for that.
No,
And
yeah,
not,
absolutely. Cause I was I saw that Yasuke gay scene, and I'm just like, man, it kind of didn't make sense. It kind of just was like, it kind of just happened. Like it felt like they kind of just did it to do it. Like it,
yeah,
it moved
exactly.
it moved along really fast. It was like, it's like, okay, you're helping this guy out and y'all are blah blah blah. Then suddenly y'all are both sitting in the woods talking, and y'all start hitting on each other, and then y'all start having sex. It's like, that would make sense.
And on top of that, the story that you get from Assassin's Creed Shadows, don't lie to your damn gamers and say,
Yeah.
oh, we had a historian help us out when you didn't. you didn't have an actual historian working with you. If you did, the entire country of Japan would not hate your ass right now.
Yeah.
They would not be going after you. And they are going after them. They do hate them. And I can't imagine what the sales are like for them right now for any of their future games, or currently Assassin's Creed as well.
Absolutely.
Because
and what's messed up is when, what are you crying about? Come here. You want to say hi? Hold on. No, don't be shy. Come here. Come
shout
here.
out to Zax.
Say hi.
There she is.
This is Daisy.
Hey, Daisy.
Now she just sits there.
Doggo.
All right. Go. You're good. You're okay.
I think the chat likes your dog.
Nice. Appreciate it. She sometimes makes appearances on my streams here or there, but right now she's kind of weird. Like, I know she doesn't need to go outside, but she's just sitting at the door crying. I know she doesn't need to go outside, but sometimes she'll waste my time and she'll act like she wants to go outside, but she'll just like look and then run right back in. It's like, what are you doing? Like, don't waste, don't be messing around.
At least cats are forward.
Yeah, I'm not a big cat guy at all, though. I'm also allergic to cats.
I like cats.
Yeah,
I like cats and I like dogs, but I'm more of a cat person.
So the Scooby
which you wouldn't expect, but which you wouldn't expect from my name, Scooby.
Yeah. So the Scooby Pup name, where'd that come from?
That's a high school nickname.
Oh, okay.
I was a very big fan of Scooby Doo. I still am. Because how could you not like a dog that can solve crimes, talk, and cook? And I also enjoyed watching the show A Pup Named Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
So in high school, everybody would just run around calling me Scooby instead of my actual name. As far as Scooby Pup goes, when it came to actually using AOL and the internet and stuff like that, I figured, okay, well, I'll just use Scooby. Name was taken. Okay, Scooby Pup named Scooby Doo. Okay, Scooby Pup name was taken. 01, typical high school graduating year.
Nice.
Things works. But yeah, I love dogs, but I'm more towards cats.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a story behind the name. But yeah, I thank you, Adam Juneman, for Yasuke Simulator, though. I can't wait to check it out.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try to check that out soon too. When you play it, I'll pop in and see how. I know a couple other people played it. I just haven't gotten around to it. And that's all another cool thing. I wish you could gift and get gifted games on console too. That would be cool.
I know. I mean, but it's like for the games and stuff. If you want to gift someone a game on a console, it's like, yeah, about that. How about we just give you some stuff through PayPal or Venmo, or we'll maybe just mail you the card. Like the little certificate thingy. We can mail the card to you. That's the same thing, right? Doesn't work that way. I wish PlayStation and Xbox would implement a lot of things that Steam has.
I do want Switch 2 to have trophies or achievements, though, of some sort.
Yeah, that would be good. I'm surprised that Switch doesn't have that. Because Steam does, Xbox does, PlayStation has trophies, Xbox has the achievements. Steam, I'm not quite too sure which it has. When I was playing Persona, something popped up. I don't know if it was a trophy or an achievement. as far as the Switch goes, I've never seen any trophies for it or anything like that. And when I mention trophies and platinums and things like that in front of my niece, she always says, "What are those?" I'm like, this girl, I'm trying to help her become a gamer, and she doesn't know it. Oh man, my brother has failed as a father.
She's learning.
Well, he has an Xbox.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he doesn't ever get his achievements either, though. That's why she don't know. He's not playing his games.
He's getting outdone by his sister.
Yeah, he's not playing his games.
Getting outdone by his sister. I have more achievements than you do. Really? How many? I have. No. Tell me how many. Little sister has platinumed 43 games. Tell me, big brother. What have you done?
That's way more than I've platinumed. I don't know how many. I have a bigger score on Xbox than I do on PlayStation for some reason.
I have a lot of games that have a whole bunch of trophies that I could easily finish up if I wanted to, but it's just time consuming.
There's sometimes where I Google, like I'll Google fastest trophies to get or fastest platinums or fastest 100% to get. And I'm like, you know what? One of these days or one of these weekends where I don't have shit to do, I'm just going to sit down and just knock out like 3 of them. 4
I
of
am
them.
not a completionist.
Yeah.
But if I get if I get enough trophies in the game,
then
you
might as well.
Like, yeah, then it's like, might as well. You know, if it's like, if I get enough trophies in the game to the point where there's like 10 left, then, you know, you just might as well go for it.
Is there a way to look up my PSN without going onto my PlayStation, like my trophies?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
I think you could just log into their website and it shows your profile.
You can try their website, or do you have their remote play app? Actually, you know what? I don't think that would work with you.
I'm gonna log in.
On StreamYard.
I'm gonna log into PlayStation Network. I'm just curious because I'm now that you said how many games you've platinum. I know I'm nowhere close to that.
If I know for Yasuke Simulator, I might go all the way depending on what it has. If it has anything.
I heard the game's only like a. I heard it's only like a hour and a half.
If it has any achievements or trophies, which I doubt it does, but if it does, I'll go for it. I'll go for it.
I do not see a way to see my trophies and shit. I just see my game library, my subscriptions management, redeem a code, payment, and account settings.
Really?
Yeah.
Man. Do you have the remote play app on your PC?
No, I don't.
You should download it because that will allow you to do it. And not only that, you can stream your PS5 through remote play if you wanted to.
Yeah, I use my Elgato and stuff, so I'm pretty when I play PlayStation on stream.
Yeah.
I know I guess there's websites like Xbox achievements and all that you could have your shit pulled up.
Yeah, when I stream directly, or at least when I'm streaming gameplay, I stream directly through the PS5. I just turn it on, I hit stream, and it's straight to YouTube. And that's why you don't see overlays or anything like that when I'm gaming. I have the PS5 camera right next to me. I could turn it on when I stream games, but I just don't feel like it.
Sometimes I don't feel like being on stream either. I'm like, should I just be like no cam tonight and just play games and talk?
Yeah, because when I play games, I slouch like no freaking tomorrow. Like I'm slouching right now, but I'm even worse. It's like I sink into the chair.
Sometimes I'll catch myself. I'm like, oh, I gotta get up. I'm almost off camera. You know?
Yeah, it's like I'll sink into the chair, or it'll get really, really hot, and I'll just have to stand up and go turn on the fan or whatever. And if I have the camera on, then it's like I don't want to do that, because a lot of times, especially when it comes to streaming at night, Uh, I'm already in my PJs.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn on the camera and have people see me gaming in PJs that have little penguins on them. I'm sorry, but it's like, no, that's not going to happen. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try and see if I can stream Yasuke Simulator. I'm going to try and see if I can get it to work on my laptop.
You should. I'm sure you can. I don't think it's that graphically demanding of a game.
But yeah, Switch 2, we definitely got to keep more eye on it. I'm definitely going to keep a closer eye on it.
I'm gonna get one. I'm saving a few $100 because it can't be more than 5. It shouldn't even be more than 400. But
it's one thing that I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on game wise and stuff. Like if I find anything in particular, that's really good or whatever, I may, just get a game or two for it. And if I happen to beat my brother into getting it for my niece, I will be the world's happiest person. And then I will have my choice of games to give to her.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't like them, then I will play them happily because I bought the system.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is that a lot of the Switch 1 games will be compatible. So there's a lot of great Switch 1 games.
She can still play her lovely little Sonic games and her Pokemon games. So yeah.
Yeah, I think like every Sonic the Hedgehog game ever made is on Switch.
It's on Switch. It's even on PlayStation too. And I love my Sonic games. I love playing Sonic. But yeah, I like being the cool aunt. I've provided her with Pokemon cards, countless Pokemon cards, Pokemon games, Animal Crossing. My brother beat me to the Switch, but I'm gonna try and beat him to the Switch too. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to introduce her to Metroid or any of the other games that are coming into it just yet because she's still a beginner.
Yeah, Metroid might be a little bit more tougher. Yeah, Metroid could be a little bit harder.
She's still a baby gamer. She'll get there though. She'll get there. My brother though, he's like me. He hates Ubisoft with a passion, so I don't see her getting any Ubisoft games. So, anyways, it has hit our time limit.
Oh, we're already done? Okay.
Yeah, 90 minutes. It's been hour and a half, hour 27.
We're all having fun here, aren't we?
Yeah, we can keep going if you want.
Nah, it just depends. I haven't even eaten today yet, to be honest.
But yeah, we've hit our 90-minute mark for once on time, actually.
Nice. But it's pretty smooth. Did we cover all the topics?
Yeah, we covered PlayStation, Steam, Game Boy, like Xbox, switching over some games over to the PlayStation, like Gears of War. I'm surprised they're not bringing over Halo, but at the same time,
yeah,
why would they?
I just saw that it's the 20th anniversary of God of War, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, one thing I did want to mention to you. What are your thoughts on the live-action Zelda movie?
I'm interested in it, but I'm gonna wait and see. They didn't say any casting, right?
Nah, they have ideas, but they haven't had any casting. They have a release date, November 7th. No, wait, not November 7th. November 7th is when they announced it. But yeah.
I mean, Zelda's my favorite. Zelda's my favorite like franchise ever.
Yeah,
I have Zelda like within like feet of me, like alone. I have an ocarina. I have a thing on my wall right there. I got Echoes. I got Tears. I have a couple cool these little. Where is it? Hold on. Wait.
You have that one game where you're playing as Zelda.
Yeah, Tears is right here, but I have an amiibo just right here. I have a couple cool Zelda Famicom games real quick. Oh, here we go. The little disc system stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Just like right here. That's one of them. I mean, I even have Castlevania right here.
Oh. I've never played that.
These are basically the NES games, but they're in Japan. They were like on floppies.
Yeah.
Because they were more advanced. So these are like Zelda 1, just on a floppy. I think they eventually ported them over to an actual cartridge format,
Mhm.
or these were different. I don't know how it goes. I don't know what came first. I think those are just like expanded. I got all sorts of random crap, man. Like somebody sent me a Castlevania game, sent me like a brand new Sega Genesis game. They make like homebrew games. This one's
Oh, cool.
called Rocket Panda.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, got a whole bunch of random stuff, but they're like, "Oh, do you want to cover this?" I still haven't even made a video about it.
The only animal game that I'm looking forward to right now is Samurai Pizza Cats.
Yeah, that one's cool. I think I might have the Famicom version of it. Not
I
sure.
am looking forward to Samurai Pizza Cats so much. I have it on my wish list.
I mean, it's three cool things: pizza, samurais, and cats. Right? You like cats, so it's like best
yeah,
of everything. That was like
the game
back in the
comes.
day when everything was like trying to be like turtles. Like you just had to be the
I
silliest
got the
thing.
Turtle collection from since it was
Yeah,
on the free
PlayStation.
thing for the PS5. I was like, I gotta get it. This
Yeah.
is old school gaming right here. I
Mm.
love
And I
the
heard it's
Turtle
easy to
game.
platinum too. I heard that's not too hard to platinum. I think the
I
hardest trophies on it might be beating it in hard mode.
I don't know because I have very vague memories of that game, but I had a lot of fun with it, but we never beat it, my brother and I. We never beat the damn game. This is my chance to actually try and beat the game again.
Yeah, it sounds like
So I
Scooby's Barcade should have a pizza party night with it. That's what it sounds like.
Hey, if you have any multiplayer games, let me know. We can do one.
Can you play online on the Turtles collection with people?
I don't
I think you
know.
might. Certain games, I think you might be able to do online.
I don't know, but if there's any games you have that are multiplayer that you want to do, I'll gladly join you sometime. But
Do you play Fortnite?
I do not have Fortnite, but I can download it. I mean, I know
Fortnite.
I have I
I
have
had a Fortnite addiction for a while, and I was streaming a lot, and people
I
started.
have Warframe.
Oh, I hear about that one, but I think I would suck at it.
Uh, that one's just basically point and shoot, and if you need to use your super. And I'm using my
Mm.
super like 24/7 on that game.
So, no, I was playing Fortnite like almost weekly on my channel, and people were like, "Really, Fortnite?" And I'm just like, "Bro, I like it. What do you want
Yeah,
me to do? I like it. I
I
like
have one
it."
of the Hoyoverse games.
What's that? Like
Um,
Genshin?
Similar to Genshin, yeah.
Oh, okay. There's that
Um,
cool anime game that they showed a trailer for not too long ago that looked like an anime GTA almost. I forget what it was called, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this one out. It
I've
was
never
like
heard
on
of that.
Twitter. Yeah, it was on Twitter for a while, and I was like, what the heck? This looks cool.
Yeah,
So,
send me a list of what you know
yeah.
of yeah. Send me a list of what multiplayer games you have. I'll check and see if I have any of them.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I'm worried about the Zelda game movie. I really am.
A little bit. I'm gonna take a wait and see who's making it. Sony Pictures.
Uh, I forget the guy's name's West Ball,
Uh-huh.
and he's responsible for the remake of Planet of the Apes.
I mean, that could be good. Wait, hold on. Which remake we talking about though? Because there was the one in the 2000s,
The
and then
first
there
one.
was because there was the one that came out like in 2001, where everybody said that the female ape looked like Michael Jackson, and then there was also the one that came out like a decade ago that had Mark Wahlberg in it. No, not Mark Wahlberg. James Franco. James
Um,
Franco. Mark Wahlberg was the early 2000s, right? And then James Franco was the newest trilogy that came out, the first one.
I believe it's the most recent one.
Okay, those aren't too bad. I haven't seen the last like two of them.
Let me see. I'm looking it up right now.
I bet you eventually what they're gonna do is they're gonna do a multiverse thing with the apes, and it's gonna have
Okay,
like,
okay. So Wes Ball, he's the director for the movie,
uh-huh,
and he is known for directing the Maze Runner film trilogy
uh-huh.
and last year's Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay,
So that's the director.
but the studio is Sony or who?
Sony.
That's funny. Sony that makes PlayStation is gonna make a Nintendo.
It's a yeah, it's a joint with Nintendo. Yeah, Sony and Nintendo. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and I saw today they're talking about it being a trilogy, maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, I saw today there was news of it maybe being a trilogy.
that's news to me. Wow.
Yeah. First of a potential trilogy that it's going to be a 6-year plan and all the significant roles will be signed on for the entire trilogy.
Damn.
That's the rumor right now. Principal filming in New Zealand from November 25 to April
Yeah, I heard
26.
about the New Zealand part.
Yeah.
Um, I guess we'll just have to. I guess we'll just have to wait and see with how the first movie performs.
Hmm.
Because I know Five Nights at Freddy's got a trilogy, and the sequel's coming out this
You
summer.
know, I got a hot take. That Five Nights at Freddy's movie, it was okay. Like there was parts where it was kind of lame. I was like, okay,
Like
just
the little girl being tickled.
yeah, there was some parts of it that weren't lame. If they would have kept it just scary
Yeah,
and kind of kept it like a flow, wasn't too bad. I liked what's his name? Shaggy's fucking role, Mark Lillard. Is that his
yeah.
name?
I thought Matthew Lillard. Yeah, he
Matthew
was
Lillard.
great.
I like him.
The
I like
moment I
him.
saw him, I was like, I know who his character is.
Yeah.
And I loved the opening credits. The opening credits were great.
Yeah, I mean, there was moments of it. Now, it was during that weird era where COVID hit and a lot of movies were kind of rushed or limited.
Hmm.
A lot of movies from like 2020 to like 2022, you could tell like there was writing issues, lack of like like they just the
Yeah.
COVID era of movies, you could tell that they had to work with very limited stuff because
Um,
Hollywood was weird at the time because movies are getting better now. Movies are
yeah.
getting fucking killer
For
now.
example, for Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yeah.
one of the people,
Yeah.
they did a cameo in the movie, but it makes me wonder if maybe they helped out with the movie a bit more. And
Well, wasn't Matt Pat in it?
Game Theory,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I met him one time. He's pretty cool.
yeah, he was in it, and he was taking the order. He was taking the order of the the antagonists,
Uh-huh.
and he was telling them something, and then he goes, "Then again, that's just a theory."
Yeah.
And then he walks off. I was like, I know who that guy is. I
Yeah, yeah.
remember him.
He did a convention one time that we did in Dallas, Retropalooza, and he was really nice. He was a really nice guy. I took a selfie with him.
He looks nice. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind meeting him. But yeah, for what they did, FNAF is kind of complicated in their lore.
Yeah, I've tried to follow that stuff.
For what they did in the movie, that was impressive.
Mm.
Lore wise, for what they managed to pull out, I was impressed with that. The movie was okay, but
Hmm.
lore wise, what they managed to get right and do, I
Yeah.
was impressed with how much they actually
So it was
managed to
pretty
pull off.
accurate to the source.
Somewhat, yeah, half and half.
Mm. Okay.
Like Matthew Lillard's character, they got that right and stuff like that. So they got a lot of right with the movie. They could have done a bit more.
Hmm.
They took a few liberties here and there, but they did a fairly good job
Okay.
at keeping to the
Yeah.
lore.
I'm not
Um,
too familiar. I've tried to watch like all speaking of Matt Pat, like all of his
yeah,
theories
his
and
gaming,
all
yeah,
that. And
his
then
FNAF videos and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a tricky timeline and to keep track of, and the lore is really tricky to get a down pat of. But for early FNAF games, they did a good
Hmm.
job. The movie was okay. I'm interested in seeing the sequel. It comes out this summer, so I'm definitely going to go see it.
Hmm.
My chances of seeing that are probably far more are probably far higher than seeing Megan 2.
I haven't even seen Megan 1. It just looks so
I saw
bad.
Megan I saw Megan 1. It was it wasn't scary, but it made
Yeah.
you think. But it made you think because of the AI factor.
Yeah. I
Uh,
just thought it was so stupid looking that I was like, yeah, I
it was
can't
stupid
watch.
looking, but it was a fun watch. It was a really fun watch. But it was kind of like Chucky had nothing on this doll.
Well, speaking of Chucky, I don't know if you saw the Chucky TV show. They did a cameo of Megan on the TV. Like Chucky was watching TV and then he saw the movie Megan and he kind of did like a snarky remark about it. I forget what he fucking talked about, but
Yeah,
they did have a Chucky AI movie too, the 2019 Chucky.
but yeah,
Yeah.
current day Chucky has nothing on Megan. I gotta say, but
I don't know, man.
that movie scared it mentally. It messed with your mind
Mhm.
basically because of the AI.
Yeah.
Because it was like, hey, we've gotten this far in AI, and when you watch the movie and then you leave the theater and stuff, and you think about it, you realize, oh shit, we've actually gotten that far. We're just this far away from actually coming across something like Megan, like uh, actually coming across making something similar to her. I mean, we're not that advanced yet, but we're getting there. And it's kind of like with everything that you see in the movie, it's like it makes you want to throw away your phones and everything. Even my mom, I took
Oh
her to go
yeah.
see it when she came home. She wanted to get rid of her phones and all of that. I was like, mom, it's just a movie. She goes, I don't care. That's true. I was like, Mom, it's a movie.
No,
Relax.
I could definitely relate to that. Sometimes it gets sometimes stuff does hit pretty wild like that.
Yeah, it was an interesting movie. It was a good watch. It was a fun watch. I'll say that much. Do I recommend it? Uh,
Is it on streaming yet?
yes.
Is it like on Netflix or anything like that?
I don't know what streaming channel you would. I don't know what streaming channel
Uh-huh.
you could find it on, or if it would just be going best to go, pirate it or whatever. Uh, but it is a fun watch. I don't recommend buying it or renting it. So, but it's a fun watch.
Mm.
So, yeah. Anyways, it was great having you on again,
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime.
and hope to have you on again soon sometime.
Yeah, just let me know when. I have a lot of free Saturdays coming up until the end of the month. So just keep me posted anytime. Maybe you could come on to my stream too
Oh,
pretty soon.
awesome.
This
I'd
last
love
week,
to.
I think I only streamed like once or twice this last week because I've been uh, doing a lot of wrestling related stuff. But getting back into the swing of things this week, hopefully this next month. I was even thinking of just taking the rest of the, until the first, like just kind of chilling until the first.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll find out. But I do
Yeah.
appreciate it. And I hope everybody in the chat had a great time.
My chat's cool. They always have a great time. Hey,
Mm.
Smash, how's it going? Thanks for
Oh,
swinging
Smash is
in.
here. What's up,
Yeah, Smash
Smash?
JT. Hey, how's it going? Uh, Smash JT. He's awesome. He's like during Scooby Pups Barcade. He's rated me twice. I gotta love him for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, him and
He's got
Hypno
my love.
sent a lot of raids my way too. I appreciate it. And that's
Yeah.
cool that they sent you them. It's
Kata
always
too.
cool. Yeah.
He's rated me during the Barcade streams, and I'm glad they do. It's really helpful for me, and
Yeah.
I love it when people come to the stream to watch. I really appreciate it. I have fun playing these games, and I love it that when people come to watch me play these games, it's awesome because
Yeah.
it makes it even more fun.
And it's cool because we're all part of like a conglomeration of like we all have audiences and people and community and even the creators. We go back and forth between everything. So it's cool for everybody to be part of an ecosystem because when I was in the retro gaming community and the gaming community, there was a lot of gatekeeping, a lot of, oh, that guy's not popular enough. Don't talk to them type of stuff. You know what I mean? And it's cool that there's not much of that in what we're doing, you know?
Hypno, you are not a grifter
No.
in my book, but hey, if hey, you know what? If you
Who
were, you're
called
the best.
who called him a grifter? I did joke one time as a joke, said grifter to him, but no, they I definitely appreciate when they all come in and raid. I know New Blackstreet, Kaida, and them. I'm gonna see Kaida actually this weekend, on the 4th. Actually, we're going to a YouTube event. He told me he's gonna be there, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, every time Hypno does super chats and he plays that the song at the end of it during his super chats, uh, Ryan Roger Athey's little saying keeps on popping into my head: grift, 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 grift. And,
Oh yeah, yeah. And then when Atreus does it too on his videos.
yeah, I hear that in my head whenever that pops
Yeah.
up. The super chat parts pops up. I'm like, oh god, I can't take this seriously.
Hypnotic told me to protect my feet if I'm going to hang out with Kata. He likes guy feet too.
He's the foot bandit, dude.
Yeah, but is it girl feet or is it doesn't matter if you're a boy
I
or a
don't think
girl?
he has a preference.
Well, I got hobbit feet, so I think I'm okay. I got little hobbit. I got
Hey, you know
hobbit.
what? He was okay with Daxonar's feet.
Who's
So
Daxonar?
Daxonar, he's one of Leon's mods, and Daxonar is a furry. Okay, he was okay with Daxonar's feet.
So okay, that's interesting. Yeah, he's we're supposed to meet up. So it's a YouTube event. I've been going to these creator events. They've been inviting me left and right, and I shot him one because he said he was in the area, kind of. So usually it starts with like a social, and it's like open bar, free food. Like you get hammered, eat all you want, whatever. They give a lot of there's like free swag and stuff usually, but it's also a screening to see the Minecraft movie. So I don't want to see the Minecraft movie, but I want to go and see it free and get the free drinks and
Oh
mingle and
God.
all that. So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to
I
it.
wish I could go to some of these, but I can't. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, if any of these happened over here in the East Coast, I'd
they
be
do. You know what? I'll actually send you info because I got a calendar of where every single event happening for these things. I could send you info on it because they're opening it up because at first it was invite only, but now they're
oh,
opening it up.
Hypno, you are not calling me a shill.
They're opening it up for uh a lot of a lot of creators just as long as they apply. But they're pretty fun. They're not too bad. Shill confirmed. No shoe can hold 8BE's feet, so he's always barefoot. I'm not always barefoot.
Hypnotic should know I only shill for one person, and that's Nerd Wars.
Who's Nerd Wars?
Nerd Wars is another streamer. He streams with the Angry Badger.
Oh, okay.
And so for Nerd Wars, during Hypno's waifu battles, Hypno put him up on the screen, dressed him up as a woman, called him Fen Wars.
Oh, okay. I think I remember.
Yeah, and Sonia and I voted for him left and right. He was a winner for 3 days straight because of us.
For a while, I was using those filters, like the Snapchat filters that change your gender, like just for like laughs and giggles. And I was posting them like on my Instagram, like, "Hey guys, would y'all?" Yeah, like just being silly and shit.
But yeah, I've been rated by Smash JT, New Blackstreet, and
Yeah, same.
I just love it when it happens. That's another reason why I try to game so late. You know, I try to catch anybody. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's good times, man. I really appreciate them as well. And it's always good that everybody is cool with each other. Cause again, like when I was like in the YouTube gaming space, like the retro gaming space, there's so many like gatekeeping weirdos, hey guys, we don't like that guy. And it happened to me in Smash a lot. And Smash, if you go to his older content, he talked about a lot. And you know, if you rock the boat, those people will blackball you, blacklist you, and hey, you can't hang out with that guy. And
Smash,
I'm glad. Yeah.
What Smash did the first time he raided me, he had to send individual links because I did not have auto raid activated, you know. And he told me how to do that. I was like, what?
Yeah, it took me a second to figure it out too.
I was like, that's a thing? And he goes, yeah. I was like, well, what do I do? And he goes into telling me how to do it. I was like, oh,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
I was like, I didn't know I could do this. That's awesome.
Mhm.
So I was like, yay, another thing I learned.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Yeah,
I
I didn't know
finally,
how to I was like, cause Hypno does it, Smash does it a lot. I was like, "How do you
yeah,
do this redirect, guys?" And nobody in my chat knew, and I'm just like,
yeah, and for me, it's like, um, what what's funny though is every time I'm streaming,
mhm.
whenever I finish a game stream, it redirects to yours
Oh, really?
all
Nice.
the time, and
Well,
I don't know why.
you might have a list of channels that are auto redirect, and if they're live, it'll go to that. And I think there's like an order of like um whoever's live first. You might want to check that. I think there's like a setting like that or something like that. But I
I'll have to check
appreciate
it.
that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like I'll be setting up everything. The stream just ends, and I'll be looking at the chat. Stream ends, and all of a sudden, I'm like, wait a
Oh,
minute,
okay.
what?
So that's when you randomly pop in and you're like, "Hey, I'm here."
It's like, hi, yeah, I'm here. That's basically. But yeah, it's like I'll be doing stuff and just when I'm finishing my stream,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, I wonder who's gonna pop up now, and then it's always either you're gonna pop up or someone else who's on. I think one time like Cassie popped up.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like awesome.
Yeah, and we're all usually on at the same time too. So like I miss a lot of people's streams as well. I try to see everybody's when I can, which is like I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday now. But depending on how busy I am, sometimes I'm doing a Monday, Wednesday, but I do try to tune in to everybody else's shit too. Some people's chats are just so crowded that they can't even see your comment if you say hi anyway.
Yeah, hypnotic.
Yeah, those I'm like, man, you know, sometimes I stress when a chat is like a couple hundred. I'm like, oof, I couldn't imagine having more than 500. That sounds kind of scary, but it's fun. It's good times. I'm glad everybody's eating well.
Yeah, it's it's good times. It's good times unless you're a
So
mod
I'm
here.
gonna poll the chat and I'm gonna poll you as well. As far as speaking of eating right now, because I have not had like a meal today. What should
Yeah,
I get? What should
it's
I get? Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm either gonna go to Old Faithful, which is McDonald's. That's my Old Faithful. Option two is Whataburger. I got Taco Bell, or I have pizza.
get a pizza and sit on it.
No, I'm not sitting. That pissed me off so bad. That pissed me off so bad that motherfucker sat on pizza and fucking wasted it. It's a waste of food. That's a waste of food. He could at least ate it too after he sat on it,
But
right?
didn't he do
And
that
he
with
whipped out.
bugs?
He whipped out. He got cheese only. Like he got a cheese only to sit on. Like, where's the fun in that? He should
What
have
about the
gotten
one
like.
with the bugs?
Oh yeah, he did do the bug one. I would do crickets. I would eat crickets. I would eat certain bugs, not roaches.
You ate a scorpion.
Yeah, yeah. Scorpions aren't like a roach is the grossest fucking thing you could probably eat. Certain worms, like you know, like the um, what is it, earthworms? Those are okay if they're clean. I mean, they're I don't. I would eat those. I would eat crickets. I would do all that.
So
Uh,
we got an old McFaithful, a
Dude,
pizza.
yeah, Old
We have two
Faithful's the
pizzas.
best. There's just something about going to McDonald's, seeing those arches, you know, even though it's
So
not as colorful and fun as it used to be, it's still like, you
we got
know,
old McFaithful, two pizzas, one Burger King,
no, Burger King wasn't an option.
and let's see.
Oh, and you know what? I'll throw Jimmy John's in there too.
Okay, do we have any Jimmy Johns in here? Let's see.
Because Jimmy John's, man, I don't know what it is, but when you have the beach club that has like the guacamole in it, and then like when it's with their bread specifically, I don't know what it is, but it has
I don't
that.
go for Jimmy John's. I go for Jersey Mike's.
I have a Jersey Mike's gift card, but I do not even think there's one in San Antonio. Somebody gave me a gift card, and I'm like, let
Another
me see.
pizza.
Another pizza. Yeah, if I get pizza, it's gonna be Little Caesars.
Well, this one's Sturgeon's.
Oh,
He's saying
there is Jersey Mike's.
Sturgeon? Yeah, he's saying Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut wasn't an option. Well, I mean, it was technically because I just said pizza.
Yeah, pizza's pizza, man.
Somebody said Burger King. The Burger Kings in my area are slop. They're
Burger
all
Kings
terrible.
in my area are awesome.
The employees suck at every single one. They get the orders wrong. The lines are forever. Like, they're just trash. They're just trash. Like, I love Burger King. I like that broiled taste, but nah, not here.
Burger Kings in my area are awesome. It's a
The
Taco Bell that isn't, but the Taco Bell that's in my brother's area is actually pretty good.
Taco Bell, sometimes I like it, and then when I eat it, I'm like, why did I fucking order
I
this?
think you're going to be eating pizza because we got another pizza.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get pizza. I'm thinking Little Caesars. They have a special going on. I know we're talking about dumb, boring shit, but I like to hang out.
This Sturgeon saying Little Caesars deep dish pepperoni.
Little Caesars dip dish. I see. I'm cheap. I get the hot and ready. Yeah. I think they have like a deal for 2 topping on their app for $5.99. You can't beat that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always
Papa John's is an option too. And I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a long time this weekend since I have free time. I'm gonna go inside of a GameStop. I've not done that like in 4 months.
Get yourself a Game Informer.
A Game Informer, if they have them there. Maybe I should go in there and ask, see if they know about it.
When those come out, get yourself a Game Informer. Read it. Let me know how it is.
Okay. Funny enough, I have random. I think I might have a random one just like right here. I forget what the last one had on it. I think the last one.
Let me know how the articles are there.
Yeah. Some of them were okay. Some were all right. You know, the interviews were interesting always. Interviews are interesting, but I'd rather watch an interview than read one. You know? I don't know. I think I want Nintendo Power back, but that ain't gonna happen.
You never know. Anyways, thanks for coming on. It was
appreciate
great seeing you. Hope this gets you on again soon. Good to know that
you're just you can always send me a DM or a Discord, extend the invite, and if I'm available, I'm available. Or maybe we could do a barcade one night. Who knows?
That'd be awesome. Like I said, just send me a list of the multiplayer games you have. I'll check and see if I have any of them.
Right. And everybody in the chat, y'all have a great day. Thank you for being here for Scooby.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. If you guys want to catch some more goodness, check out SNH. Comes up next on Hypnotic's channel.
Do you have the redirect set up?
No, I don't know how to redirect from StreamYard.
Oh.
Hey, I'm still learning StreamYard.
Yeah.
Dude. StreamYard is crazy for me.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I'm going to go get my pizza and I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, you go have your
chat. I might actually post pictures of it. So check me out on my social, guys.
Yeah, check your social.
All right.
You have a great night. Have fun.
Thank you.
No problem. Well, chat, thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had fun with you guys. So please come back again next Saturday, where I will be having another guest. Surprise. Won't say who it is. And on top of that, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern, as always, Scooby Pups Barcade. Hope to see you then, and have a good night.